Today you'll get the second part of the Biolite 2 stove review, where you get to know the correct information about how this stove works and how it produces electricity. So stay tuned. Hi, glad that you're here. If this is your first time, my name is Andreas and me and my family is on a journey to a more sustainable way of life. If you want to know more about homesteading, off-grid living and want to join me on outdoor adventures, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. And if you like this video, please share it with your friends so we can expand this community together. Now back to the topic of this video. If you want to know more about the cooking part of this review, head over to the first episode. There you will also see how to get the stove going. You don't have to see these episodes in any particular order, they work both ways. I will leave a card in the end of this video to the first one. In this episode, we will concentrate on how the Biolite 2 produces electricity and how efficient it is. Please check out the stove through the link in the description and in the first comment of this video. That will really help me and the channel to produce even more videos for you. There are a lot of reviewers out there that don't understand this stove, and it's easy to get the wrong idea about it. I will try to explain how it actually works. For this demonstration, I got a smartphone that is totally drained. It will not start. I'm sorry that I didn't get any video of me lighting the stove. That video file got corrupted, but you can see how that is done in the first episode. We will heat some water for our breakfast on the stove and charge the phone. First, we have to understand the different part of the stove. The part that turns the heat from the fire into electricity is a Peltier element. It works in that way that if it's warm on one side and cold on the other, it will produce electricity. But if you do it the opposite way with a Peltier element, that you feed electricity to it, then it will generate heat on one side and generate cold on the other side. This technology is used in cooling boxes that you plug into your outlet in your car and that keeps your beverage cold during a road trip. The other main part of the system in this stove is a lithium-ion battery with a capacity of 2600 mAh. The stove has a built-in battery charger that is connected to the Peltier element and the input USB in the bottom of the stove. That means that the battery can be charged by the fire or by a USB power plug. On the other side of the battery, we got a regulator that regulates the power that is drawn from the battery. This will protect the battery so you can't discharge it too much. This circuit can work at the same time as we charge the battery, and that is great. It's also in this side that the fan in the stove is connected. It uses the battery, not the direct power from the Peltier element. You never use the direct power that is generated by the heat of the fire in this stove. This time I have just picked twigs along the way when walking into this lake. The twigs that I picked are not ideal. They are a bit damp because it has rained a lot. But this will really show what this stove is capable of. It will produce a lot of smoke due to the damp wood, but it will still burn and create heat. I've connected a USB power meter between the stove and the smartphone so we can get some more scientific data on what is happening. The whole test took about 45 minutes. During this time we put a little more than 1000 mAh into the phone, and when we look at the stove's meter we can see that we have the same amount of charge in the battery as we had when we started the stove. It actually was able to put 60% of charge into my phone in 45 minutes and drive the fan at medium speed during the whole time. I would think that the fan draws about 500 mAh during this test, so we produced about 1500 mAh. I'm really impressed with the performance of this stove. I've used it a lot of times but never charged a phone from 0%. This is awesome to be able to do this in an SHTF situation. There wasn't any fluctuation in how many amps it was putting into the phone when we started the fan in the beginning, before the heat started to charge the battery. Therefore, I would say that I'm right about how this product is engineered, even though I haven't taken it apart to really look on the inside. It is very well engineered, but I believe this is just the beginning. We will see a lot more efficient heat to electricity producers in the future. To have this as an emergency stove is really a great choice. You will be able to charge item that is charged by USB and cook a warm meal at the same time. Please check this stove out on the link in the description or in the first comment of this video. If you decide to pick one up, I will get a small commission from Amazon that will go directly to gear that I need to be able to produce even more videos for you. That's it for this episode. If you got any questions, please leave them in the comments. I will answer them all. Have an amazing weekend, and I will see you in the next episode.
If you haven't subscribed already, do so by clicking down there on the Swedish flag, and then you can also click on the little bell icon up there, and then you'll get notified when I put up new videos. And if you want to watch another video, I got one over there for you.